Hi, I'm Heidi. My friend Joe and I are having a party tonight. Well, he's out picking up a few last-minute things, and I thought I'd start getting the party room ready. It's not going to be any big formal affair or anything. Just some friends over for an evening of fun. You know, a lot of people think that when you're having fun, nothing else really matters. But that's not true. I mean, responsibility is also a big part of the fun you might be having. Well, for instance, tonight, some of the people here are going to want to drink alcoholic beverages, and some of them aren't. Well, we want to make sure that everybody here has a good time without feeling pressured either to drink or not to drink. So we're going to exercise a little responsibility by making sure there are both alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages available.
Diet Coke. Deciding whether to drink or not can be a tough question. People expect different things from alcohol. And any discussion of alcohol usually brings about extreme feelings and polarized points of view. Here's an extreme point of view representing commonly heard voices opposing alcohol. Dr. Hubert K. Ralston.
Most of the problems our young people have today can be directly attributed to alcohol and its related effects. My friends, I stand before you here tonight as a beacon of light shining out of the darkness cast by the shadow of evil liquor.
Abstinence, the avoidance of alcohol altogether. Now that idea has been around almost as long as alcohol itself. And for many people, that is the decision they feel most comfortable with. For others, however, they are deeply committed to drinking.
Man's quest for his essence takes many forms. For instance, the Wank people of the Kachana Islands, they gorge themselves on the tiny feet of the Anele beetle. The ingestion of these appendages, it is felt, enables the Wangs to transcend the nature of their existence. Oh, my goodness, we, on the other hand, advocate the attainment of a more moderate state of consciousness. It is a fundamental truism that true enlightenment can be achieved only through the consumption of liberal amounts of spirit-altering substances, like 5 or 6 of these double Manhattans. Maurice, how many times have I told you, easy on the ice?
That looks like about it. You know, there's really nothing new about drinking. Alcohol has been an important part of many cultures for thousands of years.
It's been used at weddings and religious ceremonies, as part of holiday celebrations. It's even been put to work as an anesthetic in earlier days. But alcohol's more basic use, for relaxation and for mealtime drinks, continues to influence our lives. So as our party develops tonight, we'll take a little time to examine the facts and the myths about drinking.
After the week I had, you're not kidding.
Oh, all those finals.
Nancy!
Deborah.
Would you girls like a drink?
No, thanks, we're fine.
I'll just put this in the fridge.
I think a good way to look at alcohol is to start in the beginning, with exactly what it is and how it affects our bodies.
Okay. Well, alcohol is classified as a depressant drug, and it has a sedative effect on the body. So if someone tells you that it keeps them wide awake and alert, you know they're way off base. Well, when you drink, alcohol is absorbed through your digestive tract into your bloodstream. Once in your bloodstream, it travels throughout your body and finally to your liver, where small amounts are eliminated through a process called oxidation.
An important thing to understand is that the liver can only process small quantities of alcohol at a time.
Well, if you have one drink, say a beer or a glass of wine or a mixed drink, the amount of alcohol in your bloodstream rises just a little bit. Well, technically to 0.03%, and you'll feel slightly relaxed.
There are two other factors involved. First, we're talking about an average-sized person that weighs more or less 150 pounds. Second is a question of time. That slight feeling of relaxation will occur if you have no more than one drink in the first hour. And even then, it'll be around 2 hours before all the alcohol leaves your body.
It isn't complicated to figure out the amount of alcohol in your bloodstream either. Well, 2 drinks in 1 hour doubles the concentration of blood alcohol to 0.06%. And it takes twice as long, nearly 4 hours, for all the alcohol to leave your body.
The next time you see somebody at a party who suddenly becomes talkative or emotional, let's say really happy or sad, or even much less inhibited than usual, it's a good chance that that person's had about 3 beers in the last hour.
And so it goes. 1 drink every 15 minutes for an hour, and you won't have any physical coordination to speak of. Your blood alcohol content is going to be at least 0.12%. And at the ridiculous rate of 1 drink each 5 minutes for an hour, well, you probably wind up in a stupor. And it'll take a full 24 hours before all the alcohol is out of your body. Why does it take so long?
It's kind of like this fireplace here. I can only put in so much wood at a time. Then I have to wait for this wood to burn down before I can put any more in. Your liver's the same way. It can only process so much alcohol at a time.
Listen, it really isn't critical that you remember all these details, but it is important to realize that it takes time for our bodies to process alcohol, and you can't rush it. Well, that's why it also takes time to sober someone up. Although people drink for a lot of different reasons, our family, friends, and society play really important roles in determining whether we'll drink and how we'll drink.
Yeah?
Hello, Monica. What's shaking, baby?
Buzz off, creep.
Some of us drink for emotional reasons.
Another reason that we drink is to change our conscious awareness. I guess that all of us, no matter how straight-laced or uptight we act, have a real need to change our consciousness. There are several ways of doing that. There's exercise, there's media and entertainment.
It's a brand new car.
You can even alter your conscious awareness by doing everyday recreational things, too.
Several years ago, I commissioned an impartial group of biblical scholars to study this menace. And these are the conclusions of that esteemed group of scientists. And that is the truth.
And that is the truth. I have conducted extensive research in an effort to publicize the beneficial results of alcohol consumption. I myself first attained spiritual enlightenment by fasting 2 weeks in the Gobi Desert and then quickly downing a case and a half in a motel bathroom.
There are a couple of other things we'd like you to know about alcohol. Basically, there are 3 categories of alcoholic beverages: beers, wines, and liquors. Hi, Ken. How you doing? I'm okay. Beers and wines are produced by a process called fermentation, in which the natural sugars of fruits, vegetables, and grains are converted into alcohol. Fermented beverages contain smaller percentages of alcohol than liquors. Liquors are produced by distillation. In distillation, fermented beverages are changed into gas, then back into liquid. This produces a beverage of higher alcohol content than beers or wines.
Listen, don't let all this stuff about alcohol content mislead you. The fact is, a bottle of beer, a glass of wine, and a mixed drink all have about the same amount of alcohol.
While we're on the subject of alcohol content, a word you probably ought to have a handle on is proof.
Proof is just double the percentage of alcohol in a particular beverage. Let's say you have a bottle of whiskey. It's 80 proof. That means it's 40% alcohol. Good, get out here.
Well, we've said a little bit about some of the reasons people drink, how our bodies process alcohol, and some ways of classifying it. Well, maybe we can pull all this information together to understand more about how our bodies deal with alcohol. Each of us is different when it comes to alcohol, and the ability of our bodies to tolerate it depends on a number of things.
Probably the most obvious aspect of tolerance is size. The bigger you are, the more you can drink.
And drinking history is another factor. People who've been drinking for a long time can generally drink more before feeling alcohol's effects.
Time, however, is the most important factor. The faster you drink, the faster your blood alcohol content is going to rise.
Eating food while you drink enables your system to tolerate the alcohol better, so it's a good idea not to drink on an empty stomach. Well, all this goes to show that each of us has a different ability to handle alcohol, so you really can't base your drinking behavior on comparisons with other people. Let's see, we'll go back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Tom, I think we need some more ice over here. You got any more out in your car?
And the elephant says, but I don't want coconut.
Yeah, I know.
Hi.
Hi.
Nice party here, isn't it?
Hey, all right.
They got a real nice place here, don't they?
I've done this 100 times. Okay, well, what? Is this your card?
Do you know Bill and Brenda over there?
Bill and Brenda.
They really like tennis. I think you'd really enjoy meeting them.
Huh.
Anyway, she bounced another one.
Would you like to meet them?
Sure, why not?
That's all.
Don't get so hot under the collar, Maurice. You know you can't blame me for anything I do when I drink.
It doesn't work that way. You're just as responsible for your actions when you've been drinking as when you haven't. I mean, think about it.
Hey, why don't I get you a taxi tonight?
Relax. I've been drinking mostly beer. I see my car keys around here anywhere.
Remember what we said about a beer having the same amount of alcohol as a glass of wine or a mixed drink? And besides, anybody that drinks and drives is just asking for trouble. And I mean the worst kind of trouble there is.
A problem we haven't talked about is alcoholism. We don't actually know what causes alcoholism, or even what types of people become alcoholics. What we do know is that alcoholism is a serious problem, a disease that needs treatment.
All right, all right, all right. Have another cup of coffee before I go. That'll sober me up.
Well, that's a very common misconception. But remember, only time can sober someone up. And if you try to sober someone up with coffee or cold showers or exercise, well, all you're going to wind up with is a wide-awake, freezing drunk. Another thing to think about is responsible drinking and hosting. Well, here, we've got to be sure that people don't hurt themselves as a result of drinking. It's also important that we respect individuality and don't pressure people to drink if they don't want to. Well, if you can keep these things in mind, you're well on the way to becoming a responsible host.
Oh, that's exciting. My brother's such a big fan. He would love it.
Yeah, you out there? You need beer, wine, or something like that?
No, thanks. I'm taking medication for this cold, and I really don't think drinking would be a good idea.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, can I get you another drink?
Oh, no thanks. I've hit my limit.
Yeah, I've heard that before, Cal. Hey, you don't have a beer. Can I get you one?
Oh, no thanks.
There are several things you can do to be a responsible host or hostess. Hey, you guys. How you doing? It's good to see you. Well, there you go. Okay. First of all, don't pressure people to drink. Second, serve different kinds of beverages. Third, make sure there's lots of food. And fourth, keep an eye out for people who've been drinking a little too much.
Yeah, I didn't drink down here.
How you doing there, Tony? Huh?
All right. I'm going to drive home.
No, listen, you're not going to drive. I'm not going to let my friends go out and mutilate themselves by smashing into trees. Look,
I drive all the time.
No. Look, it's okay. I'll get somebody here to drive you home, or you can come down and sleep on my couch, but you're not going to drive.
No,
Okay? No, Tony, you're not going to drive. Okay?
All right.
Thank you.
Not even ham.
No ice.
Well, looks like things are about over here. Listen, we hope you think a little bit about some of the things we've talked about tonight. And when it comes to drinking, just make up your own mind.
If you do decide to drink, drink responsibly. Just make sure that no one gets hurt because of your drinking.
There are some generally recognized signs of problem drinking. And if you see any of these things happening to you or to your friends, you need to think twice.
You want to watch out for problems with family, friends, or school. Problems like frequent arguments or grades. You might want to keep an eye out for health problems caused by drinking, too.
If you find yourself forgetting what you did while you were drinking, you need to take a hard look at your drinking behavior. Losing control of your drinking or denying that you have a problem are some signs that you may need to get some professional help. Well, listen, it's been nice talking to you.
Take it easy, and we'll see you around.